Hi guys, thank you for joining. My name is Haley. For those of you that don't know me, I am a travel agent, mentor, and trainer for Team Freedom. Today's training, I'm going to be going over how Squareup can maximize your business potential. So Squareup offers so many aspects. They have a free version and a paid version. They allow you to create invoices. You can keep tracks of your customers, and a lot of other things they offer, as well as like an online store. And we'll be going over all that. To get your money with Square, you can order one of their cards and you can kind of design it yourself a little bit, not a whole lot. And then you can also link it up to a pre-existing bank account if you want to. I have put in the chat the referral link to get your own Squareup. And then I also entered in the app that you can download on your guys' phones and tablets and stuff like that. It is good for Android and iPhone. It can be found in the Amazon um, App Store, Google Play, and then the iPhone App Store as well. All right, and I'm gonna have you guys stay muted until at the end when I open for questions, and then you can also put your questions in the chat as well. And then this is being recorded so that the people that weren't able to make it today can go on my YouTube and watch it. And then you can also rewatch it if you need to. So we're gonna go to okay, someone doesn't see the link, so I'm gonna resend them real quick, guys. I'll just send them personally to her real quick. And if anybody else doesn't see them, let me know and I can resend them for everybody. Okay. All right. So when you're going to it, this is what you're going to see. When you're signing up, which is a different training, you'll go here. And it's super easy. You just enter your email, create a password, and then agree to their terms, and then put where you're located at. It's easy as that. Okay. Let me sign in. Get rid of this box so I have more room. So this is basically the dashboard. This is where you get all your information. Obviously I haven't done anything today, so it's all zeros. You can change it as well up here. For yesterday, all these different ones, you can pick the day as well. The location, I've only got one location, it's Watkins Escapes. So if you have multiple locations, that's how you would look there. Let's start with your items, on building your items and kind of what it looks like. Because if you don't have any items, you're not going to have anything on your online store and you're not going to be able to create the invoices. And that will be our next step, is invoices and customers. So here are my items that I have. As you can already set up, or as you can see, I already have set up. The prices are my professional fee, and I say that in my invoice and I say that online so that people know this is not the booking price. This is the price for me to do this for you. I started charging a professional fee when I had 16 quotes and only 8 people booked with me. It was I think like a 2-month span maybe, but I lost out on a lot of money. I wasted a lot of time. So I started charging this fee, and what I do is they pay the fee. I leave it sitting in my Square account until they confirm and pay. And then I will subtract it from their total booking amount at the end of their last payment in their booking confirmation. If they do not book with me, they do not get it back. That is the fee for my services. So that's how I do my professional fee. It's your guys' choice. It's your business. So you get to decide if you want to set one or not. I also do bailouts. It's a service where I like plan people's dates and getaways, anniversaries, stuff like that. So This is what one kind of looks like up here. So this is how you create one. You go down, it gives you a lot of offers of stuff. So let's go in and let's create a new one. Create item. And then right here on the item type, so if you're setting up your items on your phone, it doesn't let you change the item type. And once you create it, you can't change this. You can change other things and go in and edit them, but you cannot change the type. So if I'm in a hurry and I need it for an invoice, I will go ahead and create it on my phone and then go back online and create it how I want. Because since we don't have like a physical inventories or a physical thing that we're selling, I like to go down here and I like to do other. I do events for when I'm doing incentives or if I'm doing a travel party or a community event, or if I have a booth somewhere, I will set up this event or I'll set it up as an event. But I do my others as other. I'm down here and this allows you. So when you click those, certain things have to be entered in to be able to create that item. So when you click other, it gives you the option to do fill in whatever you want and leave blank whatever you want. So that's why I like it, especially since we're travel agents offering a service instead of a product. For name, let's just do train ride for now, simple. And then I will go over here to Pixabay. You get free photos. What's good with Pixabay, that's different from the others, is as you can see, let me pull it up real quick. All the ones that are going to cost royalties or money are up here all together. They're all from iStock, but all the free ones are together. So with the other sites, I found they're all mixed in and you have to watch what you're doing. So if you pick one that's marked as one that you have to pay for and you didn't see it, you won't be able to download it. So these are quick and easy. I want a different picture actually. Where's that one? Let's see. Let's do this one. So you'll just go over and download it for free. And then it gives you a chance to go to the person's profile and you can donate money to them if you want. Because I mean, they are artists, they are making, trying to make a living. I do that with my book covers. So go back to Square, edit this little box here, upload. I've already got it on there, but click on it and then opens and it will fix the size for you. You can add multiple pictures down here, but only one can be your primary. And then if you add multiple, you can change which ones are the primary. Sorry, I had to let someone in. Okay, so moving on. So for my description, I like to put like a little description with a call of action. So I use GBT chat for all my marketing stuff. So I've already got a couple that I've written. Oh, it didn't pull it up. There it goes. Okay. So I just put in short call of action for a train ride, and then I did short description of train ride with call of action. So you want to be, you want to give Chat GPT exactly what you're wanting, with keywords and stuff to get back, basically what you want. So let's do the experience, the beauty. Listen to me. Experience the beauty of countryside as you travel in comfort and style. Let the journey begin. Take your seat and prepare for an unforgettable ride. I'll come back over here and I'll put it in my description. Come back down here, categories. So this is good so that they're all in one folder as well for on your online store. I do not want it on the bailouts. I would do the trips would be what it would be on there for me. But since I'm not going to go ahead and completely save this one, I'm not going to click it. And then down here, you want to do per item because we're going to be selling it for each one. And then the price. So the price, you have two different options. You can put in a set price like I have. Let's just say $60 for now. And then you can change the online price different if you want. But you could also leave it blank. And then when you add it on into your invoice, you can add in the how much you want then. So let's say you want to be able to not have to have a set price, and that way you can like drop it down for people, or if it's someone you want to charge more for because you know they're a different client, whatever you want to do, you'll be able to do that if you leave it blank. Stock, I don't mess with this on this end. I do for my books because they're physical and I have them. Since we don't have to mess with that, if you have this on, it gets real annoying, and it's you have to do more with it as well. I do want it on my site, so I make it visible, and I only have one site, so you pick what site if you have more than one. And then you also have options to hide it from your online site or make it unavailable. Unavailable, it shows, but they can't click on it and check out with it. This one right here, the online payment. This is really neat option here. It allows you to have a link that you could just send them. So say you are talking with someone and you're in rush and you don't have time to create that invoice, you can send them the link for that item that you have set up, and they can just check out with that item. It's really neat. Here, let me show you. Payment item. But after you set it all up, you would hit save. I've already got a train one set up, so that's why I didn't go ahead and completely save it. So let's go show you what I mean. Accommodations. Okay, so you pull up your accommodations here. Create the link, and then you can copy the link. You can send it multiple ways. And then this is what it looks like. Okay, let's put it on their end. It gets you traction on your website because it is from your website. And they can just easily check out with it. All they have to do is hit click out. It tells them what it is. It tells them how much. And then they can pay. And Squareup gives them different options to pay. You can use Google Pay, and you can use a credit card, debit card, or you can use Cash App to pay. So they would just pay it, enter in their information, and then it's done. Sweet and easy. Okay, so since we've got our items set up now, exit out there, discard any changes. Let's go and create our customer, and then we will create an invoice because you have to have items and customers to be able to create your invoice. And this is where all your orders from your website will be. There's two places. If you're on the online site, there's an area, and then there's an area for there too. There it goes. No, I didn't want items. I wanted invoices. Oh, because I clicked on. My bad, guys. All right. So invoices. Okay. And then this is like your dashboard for your invoices. I do have some outstanding. And then let's see. This is one I created practicing for training. So we're gonna create one just kind of like this. I'm gonna go ahead and just cancel this one out. All right. So you're gonna go over here to create your customers on here on the phone. It has its own little section. Um, right here. So creating a batch real quick. This one, you have to have the paid version. And two, this would be good if you're booking groups, but you can also duplicate your invoice. So that's another easy way to do it if you have the free version like I do. I don't pay for Square. Okay. So add a customer. So as you can tell, I already have some set up. I can click an existing, or I can create a new one up here that says create customer. Um, I want to do Bob Ross again since I already created him. Becky. All right, you put an email address. I'll just put mine for now, since that's the one I'll be sending the invoice to show you what it looks like. You do want to put phone number if they prefer text messages, because you can send the invoice to their phone as well. In my inquiry form, I asked him, what's your preferred method of communication? And so that's what I follow. If it's not an invoice and it's like that linker stuff, I'll ask him, hey, how do you want to receive your invoice? Do you want it text message or email? You don't have to put their address. On the phone, it allows you to put more details, like phone numbers, or not phone numbers, sorry, birthday, stuff like that within this. There is a way to go into it later on, just not when you're creating them on the website. Okay, so we got our customer name, and now we can build our invoice. So for the invoice title, I always use whatever matches the quote, if there is a quote sheet that I've already done. So like say I did a honeymoon for Bora Bora. She had me do 3 different places of quotes. She paid me for each quotes that I gave her, but I needed to know which quote was what. So I would put honeymoon Bora Bora, honeymoon Maldives. So that's what I would put in my invoice title, is that one. That way I can follow the train of documents. It's more for me than for them. So let's just do weekend getaway. And we can do Hawaii. Invoice number, I just leave whatever it is because it keeps up with them for you. Message. So I always put in here something about how it's non-refundable. The fee is my professional service fee, stuff like that, stuff that they need to know. So let's see, the price is for my booking. Sorry guys, I can't type it. Two. Almost done. So something like that, just to let them know all the basics. And I put that with every invoice. On the phone, you can set, it will show up your message, and then you can click if you want that message set as all of them or not. So this is a one-time thing. I want to send immediately. If you do want to send it a different time, you can. I like them to have it as soon as I make it, and then I will set a reminder for when they're going to pay it if it's not going to be that day. You can also set up for it to like do like 4 reminders, stuff like that as well. And then you will add in your items. That I do a processing fee because there is a processing fee that we have to pay. It's like I think it's like 10 or 20 cents plus 2.9% or 3%. That's the only way that Square makes their money for us, through the free version of everything else they offer. So it's really not bad. Anything that you have that charges money, there's usually a processing fee. So if you don't want to pay that, then you can make your customers. I pay the 20 cents and then have them pay the percentage, is how I do it. And this one, I'll be able to show you what I was talking about when you don't put in a price. Let me find it. So it says variable prices. So it pops up like this, and you have to set the price. I will pull out my calculator, take their total, and then times it by 2.9%. Is how I do it. It's usually not very much. We'll just do let's do $1.50 on this one. It's probably a little bit more than that, but just for today's sakes. Okay, add in my processing fee. It totals it for you. I do not charge taxes. And those are what's offered. I don't have the plus, so I can't do this one. And then right here, communication. We're gonna do email, but you can choose text if you have it entered, or you can do manual. I do email or text. Here's where you can set the reminders. I've got 4 active. You can set the times for each one. And you can turn it off as well. There is also, we don't have shipping or any of that. There is a place, I must have missed it. I don't see it. Hold on. There's a place where you can it asks if you want to request a tip. I always turn that on because if they want to leave me a tip, they can. If they don't, then that's fine. Oh, here it is right here. I did pass it. So I always turn that on all my invoices. Some people like leaving your tip, some people don't, but it's an option. And it's a way to make a little extra money. I had someone, it wasn't on this job, but I made a business card for someone and I turned that on his invoice and he sent me 30 bucks as a tip. So I couldn't believe it. I was like, heck yeah. So I started doing that on these invoices, on any invoice I make, I set that up. And it's not something they have to do. It just gives them the option. Okay. So we've got it set up. Preview it on the phone. It previews it. It shows you a preview and then it sends it. Those are the same button. I do need to kind of fix my logo, but it's got my logo. It's got my business name. It says how much it is, the invoice is, and then it kind of goes down. Here's my little message. This is when it's due. I got my customer information, and then it has the invoice information. And it's all there for you. Before I used Square, I used Sheets, and I had an invoice that I set up. I used its template, and I just made duplicates of that until I, learned of Square. So it's a lot easier, a lot less work, very professional looking. All right, let's go back and let's send it so you can see what it's going to look like on your client's side. And you can also save it for drafts if you're not done. So if I have someone that's I know wants to book, or whatever, but they don't know exactly certain details or something, I'll go ahead and set it up and leave out what they don't have for me and just save it as a draft. That way I can just go right back in it. So let's go into my email. So this is what it looks like. Go up and pay. Download it, PDF of it. I can pay with debit card, credit card, or Cash App. And there it is. It's pretty neat. And it keeps all your customers in one place, all their information. It keeps a track of all your bookings, like all your invoices, basically what you put in there as invoices. So keep track with all your professional fees, all your quotes, if you charge for your quotes, stuff like that. I also use it for when I use Evo Plus or any of our suppliers that are has wholesale prices. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't say that. So because you don't get commission off that, you get to add on, well, you get commission, but you have to add on your commission. You don't get commission from that supplier is what I meant. So you get to add on your supplier and you get to decide how much you're going to make. You pull up Expedia and see how much they're charging it for. And then you can go based on there to give you kind of like an idea of how much you should charge and how much you should save your client. For example, the honeymoon. I got her a place off Evo Plus. It was the resort she wanted, the room she wanted, everything. And I was going to save her $600 and still make $1,000. So, I mean, it's really great tool to use. All right, so let's go back. Let me just check real quick. Make sure I got everything. Oh, I did miss. So that link I sent you, the referral link, if you guys use that to set up your Square, you will either get $1,000 free of processing fees. So there will be no fees up to $1,000, or you can get a $20 Square hardware. And that's another thing I wanted to go over with you guys. Let's go actually here. Let me delete some tabs real quick. So the hardware, I have one. I know with being a travel agent, unless you're doing, sorry, I just went blank. If you're doing like community events, booths, or you're doing like in-person, like you're in person setting up their travel, you don't really need the hardware. But it's really nice to have. I've got the card reader. Let's see. There's one that usually pops up with the products. Let's just do this real quick. Okay, so this is the one I got. Right here. The Square reader. I got mine from Walmart at the same price. I didn't get it off Square because I seen it at Walmart there and I'm like, oh, it's Square, and just grabbed it. I use it a lot for my books more than anything, but I am going to start doing booths, so I'm going to start taking it with me. This is the one that they offer. You get to pick between one of these two. This one is for Android, and it's just a slide. The one I have is a chip and a tap. And then there's iPhone. So they're pretty nice. The Android ones, you do have to have the aux input, which my phone doesn't. And that's one of the other reasons I went with the contact or the tap one, because this one's Bluetooth. They have all these other ones, but they really don't really pertain to us unless you find a way to use it. I mean, you can use different things for different stuff. So it's really great. All right, so back to this. Let's go over. Yep, okay. Just double checking, guys. Yeah, so let's go over the website now, since I went through all that aspects of it. And this is kind of like a whole of its own little platform. So everything on this section is just about your online. So if you go to orders, these are orders that are just from your site. They're not your invoices. Your items are only the ones that you chose to be visible. And I think maybe the unavailable ones show up too. So there's that as well. It gives you a bunch of stuff. You definitely, after you publish your website, want to make sure that it's saying accepted or accepting orders right here, because your site could be published but not taking payments yet or orders. There's a bunch of different things you can set up. Of course, we don't use these, but there's a lot of other stuff you can do. Let's preview my site real quick. And this is all on the free version, guys. And if I have time, I will go over creating your online site. If not, I will do it in another training. There is a little bit of a difference between this online store and a website. Essentially, this is a website. It just has a couple of different features since it allows payments and people to check out. That's what makes it an online store, but it's still considered a website. And I definitely use mine as a website. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the computer. It's got my name. You can shop all. You get to view your cart. You got my feature items. This is one of the things you get to set up. It doesn't have to be featured. You can do most popular, customize it. You can have it say what you want, stuff like that. And see, this is why I think it was important to put the pictures on the items. you can only do the ones that are on your website if you want, but I just think it brings more to it if you have it. Because if not, I think it's just like a blank square or something like that on here. So it's definitely good to have pictures. Pixabay is a great place to get them. I have this quote form section. I am thinking about taking this out and just somehow doing a link that goes straight to my inquiry forms. But I got 3, so I'm not kind of sure which one I'm gonna do because I broke mine up. Up. I've got accommodation, which you can add on transportation and everything else you need in that one. And then I got one that's just for transportation. So if they're just doing flights or rail or rental, they don't have to go through all the other questions on the accommodations. And then I have one that's for cruises because it's a different set of questions. So that's kind of why I have this one set up here. I'm still kind of tweaking it and figuring out, the easiest way to get them to my inquiry form. This is about my professional service fee. I put this everywhere so they know that is non-refundable unless they book with me and they pay that last payment. Because once the last payment's made, even if they cancel, you're paid. So, with the fee. And then I just kind of go over what the fee's about and all that. We've got my hours. And then these are my events that I do. Right now, I'm doing incentives where they can enter in a drawing. It's to bring traffic to my website. So the only way to get put in the drawing for this is to go to my website. So you just click on it when you're shopping and you can check out with it. It's free, so they don't have to pay. I'll kind of show you how that is. But I wanted more traffic to my website, so I set it up this way. And then you got that. You can sign up for the email. And then it has several shop all in places, which is nice. And then I've got my media links up here that they can just click on. So let's go back up here, shop all. I guess I could push it down there, but so these are all that I have to offer. They are set up since I set up the categories where they can just go to the different ones. So I won't pull them up. Maybe I didn't put them in the category. All right, so let's click this one. So what they would do, so it's this is, the time and day, this is when it's available. But if they come in and they sign up ahead of time and they were at my website, I go ahead and just enter them in because they were there, they did what I wanted. I mean, not what I wanted really, but the whole purpose of why I set these up. So all they have to do is hit a 10 and it goes to their cart, which it won't show me. Let me show you because I'm in the preview, but they just hit a 10, goes to their cart, they hit their cart, they check out, and they don't have to pay anything because it's free. Easy peasy. So that's my website. It's easy to change it as you want. The setup, all you got to do is really get in here and just mess around. So let's set one up. Play the basics since I got some time. It's to sign up. Get started for free. Of course. Let me sign out. Okay, so someone else did not receive the link, so I'm going to go ahead and just put it in again for everybody. 1 second to copy and paste, guys. Copy. All right, I resent it to everybody, so it should work. The referral code is the one that you want, or the one that says WE referral is the one that you want to use to set up your Square. And the squareup.com app is the website to download the app on your phone or tablet. I like the app. It's so quick and easy, and especially if you're on the go a lot like I am. It's so quick to open my phone, hit up a invoice and send it to the person. Or even the payment link. If I'm in like a super hurry and I don't want to set up the invoice, I'll just send them the payment link and then it's set up in an order. All right, let's do sign up. All right. So first person in the chat that can throw me your name, we'll set you one up, and I'll use the referral code. Throw your business name in the chats, and we'll set you one up. All right, I got it. Spry Travels hit first. Get Your Beach on Travels. You guys were so close, or you were so close. But I'm gonna go with Spray Travels because she was the first. And then I'll do questions and answers. And if you guys need me to stay on to help you create your own, we can. Okay. So let me copy this real quick so I can make sure I get y'all the incentives. All right. Alrighty, so will you unmute for me?
Hello.
Hey, I was just reading the other chat. All right. So what is the email you have for your business?
And that's what I was going to tell you. I'm pretty new, so I don't really have some of my things set up. So I wasn't sure if maybe you wanted to try and do the other one since she's got a
That's up
website and everything. Or
that's
does it
up
matter?
to you. I mean, that's really up to you if you want me to do someone else. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have already set up. So it's really up
Okay.
to you.
Yeah, and, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't have a lot of information. So is it? Will you need more information? Why don't you go ahead and try hers
Okay.
or theirs, and
Okay,
then
that's
I'll
fine.
watch. I'll watch. I appreciate it though. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no
I
problem.
start
And
thinking you
like I
might
said,
need.
if we need to get on our own little Zoom and me walk you through it while you're sharing your screen, we can.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Nikki, get your beach on travel. Will you unmute and let's build your online site real quick.
Okay. My email address is info@getyourbeachontravel.com.
Get your beach on travel.com.
Yes.
Does that look right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And then we'll create a password, but we are recording, so I do want you to go in and change this, okay?
Okay.
So what do you want your temporary password to be?
Travel 123.
Okay, and I'm going to capitalize the T
Okay.
because sometimes they do require a capitalization. Oh, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then you want to agree to the terms. I've already read this, but when you guys are going and setting them up, you want to go and read these. Are you want to read these? It kind of just tells you about your payments and sales and stuff like that. So I'll let you go back in here after we're done if you want, okay?
Okay.
Continue. I do not want to save your stuff. Okay, it was info at wait a minute. Oh, okay, so the password didn't work. It's a common word that easily guessable. Okay, that's what it was. All right, so let's do.
You can do like the @ symbol for the A.
For the A. There we go. That's a good one. Maybe that'll make it less common. Some of these places are picky on your passwords. All right, there we go. So this one says, tell me about your business. So we're travel agents. If you go by like vacation specialist or something like that, you can put that in there. What kind of business? Okay, I think I did tourism. Individual sole proprietorship. What's your preferred phone number for your business?
724-513-6473.
Okay. I just picked one on this. And then I do that so I didn't have to put my address. You guys can put your address if you want. And then it takes you over the software. What you want to do, point it square. This is that link, that other link that I sent. This is what you really want to use for your business. And it's 0. So add it on. Invoices, want to have that. The virtual terminal is good, especially if you work on your computer a lot, like I do. Online, you want that online store, and then that payment links. And all these are free. So you get to add them on. It lets you choose to put on what you want. So if you don't want these, you don't have to add them on, but I really think you should, because they're like the best aspects of Square. It's kind of what drew me to Square. All right. I do on the go. And then it kind of recommends things, and this is how you can find what it recommends. We're gonna go ahead and skip all that because that's just getting into other stuff. We don't need any of this unless you want to do the team management on here. I don't. I do my team building differently, so I do not do it on here. Okay, phone number correct?
Yep.
All right, it's gonna send you a code to verify.
898570.
Okay, and your name?
Nikki
Right.
Dowd, DOWD.
Date of birth?
8/27/83.
Okay. And then your last 4, give me just a second. I'm going to pause the training or the recording so that we don't pick up that kind of information. Okay.
Okay.
So I just stopped the recording so we didn't get her information. Actually, I'm going to have to pause it in because it needs her full address. So give me just a minute. Okay. All right. So now it's set up. It's got all this stuff for you, lets you know all the stuff that you have. This right here, I'm going to let you come back in and set up, but this is how you link your bank. And once you link your bank account up to it, it's going to ask you how you want your money. Of course, usually it charges more. I just have it sent to me 1 to 2 business days. With my other business, with this business, I got a Square card, which it allows you to get. It doesn't charge you for the card either. This is the what the payments are. So this lets you know like how much the processing fees are for your payments. And then this is your QR code, your QR code if you want to go ahead and screenshot this. Just Nikki, because this is going to take her to her sales of points. So you won't have to use that link to download it on your app. You can just use that QR code.
Okay.
All right. Now let's go to dashboard and build the online site. We're just going to do it quickly because I will be running out of time soon on my Zoom, but I'll show you the basics enough for you to be able to go in there and create your own, okay? Just come over here, online. Oh, come on. There it goes. Now it's wanting to load. Somebody that I don't need anymore. Okay. I just do shopping because we don't do in-house deliveries or pickup. Most of our stuff is on over the computer and phone. A lot of the setups, though, you do have to pay for, but they do have a couple of free versions, and that's just their outline, basic build of the online store, but then you get to add everything in and make it, uniquely your own. So, it is 14 days free, and then it's $32 a month. Not too bad. A Wix site is 22 a month, so it's a little bit more than a Wix site, but it does offer you a little bit more because people can actually like check out and shop on your site, which a regular website doesn't offer. You can see the different plans and stuff like that. No, we did not want to start that. Sorry, guys. Hold on. How do I... There we go. All right. So these are the designs you have to offer. It tells you free trial, free trial. The free trials are the ones that go along, that you just get to keep long enough, and then it's part of the paid. So if you're doing just the free instead of the free trial, this is the only setup you have. But like I said, you get to make it all your own. So which one of these do you want for your styles? This will be your wording and your button colors.
The green one.
This one right here?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm gonna just use that train picture because it's one I have. And then you can come in and change it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Kathy, we can get on another Zoom. It will be the same information. Once this ends, we'll just jump on another one and I can walk you through it, okay? So your heading, this is gonna be, you can insert links. This is where your logo is gonna be. You can change the color style to be different. Whichever you want. There's themes you can pick from, or you can add an image. And this is what I did. So you go here, do the train. Puts it there. I didn't put one here. I put mine back here. So that's just kind of like an example of one. We can do graduated. You can do custom colors. There's just a bunch you can do for up there. You can insert your logo here. And then that's your heading. Your main banner, this is where I put my picture. Customize how your words show up. Format it. The height of it. And you can't really see it, but it makes it longer. That's what it does. And then where is the... There it is. Image, delete this image, add your own in. And that's how you'll get one for back there. So you really get to decide how you want to set it up. Like if you think that's too busy, you can put it up here. Let's go to that's the easiest way to do the font, or you can go down here and mess with it as well. What was your name again?
Get your beach on
That's-
travel.
There's your shop. So there's your main banner and your header, your features. This is, you can customize it, make it your most popular, your reviewed, recently ordered. You're not going to be able to put anything on it until you get your items set up and set up for your online shop, okay? And that's how you go down and just put visible when you're setting them up.
Okay.
And then your footer. I kind of left my footer alone and kind of just added color and stuff to it. I'll let you do that. It has to have some kind of, it has to have the footer branding in it because we're on the free side, but you can change the color of it. This right here is where you add more sections. So you can add in text, scrolling text, text and images. You can do an image gallery, buttons, videos, all this kind of stuff. Customer testimonials about, this is what I used for like my information on my professional fees, my hours, stuff like that. You go around and you can just mess around with it and set it up how you want. So, and then see if you don't have any items, that's what it shows up for your features until you get items in with pictures. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that because I don't know if you want it, but you can change it how you guys want it. It's pretty easy to go in here and do it. It just takes some time messing around with it. So I've set mine up a few different times. This is where I did my quote thing. If you guys were wondering about the quotes, it's in forms. Customized quote. And then it will show up here. There. I'm going to go ahead and delete that because, like I said, I don't know what you actually want on yours, so I don't want to put stuff on here that you don't want. Oh, I didn't put it on there. Okay, I didn't save it. Cool. So that's how you set up your guys' site. Get in here, play with it, review it. Like I said, it'll show you it shows you phone view and computer view. And then publish it when you're done. Anytime you change anything on it, you always want to publish it, because if you don't publish it, those changes won't show up. They'll save. So when you come back in, it will show up while you're editing your site, but it won't show up on everybody else's end if you don't publish it when you change things. So that's really all I have. If you guys want to unmute and ask questions, we can do that. Any questions?
Okay, I have one, Kathy here.
Yes.
I'm on the page of link your bank account.
Yes.
So I put the information on, and then all it has is up on the right corner, it says skip or next. On the underneath, when you set up your bank account, then it has to verify this account. We will draw the 1 cent. And then under that, it defines 9-digit route number, your account number, and and it says account holder, account type, but it, unless I'm repeating myself, I can't go anything farther than that.
Okay. Let me stop this recording and I will take you onto my new Zoom and let you share your screen and stuff, and that way it's not recording and no one sees it, and then I see what's going on as well. Okay. Give me just a second. Would you put your number in the chat and then I'll send you my Zoom information for the new Zoom?
What do you mean? You want my phone number in it?
Yeah, just send me a chat of your phone number. And then I'm gonna quit recording.